Last week, residents of Marine Drive Apartments brought some serious concerns about their landlord, the Buffalo Municipal Housing Authority, to the attention of Two on Your Side. Well, today, the head of that agency finally took questions from our Dave McKinley as we continue to hold people in power accountable.
It is the mission of the Housing Authority to serve our residents, and we're going to try to do that as best we possibly can.
But if you speak to some residents of Marine Drive,
the BMHA is terrible.
And the common council member who represents them,
they'd screw up a two-car funeral.
Their best is far from sufficient, with complaints of routine mechanical malfunctions within these nearly 70-year-old structures, and moreover, a lack of timely response to them by the BMHA.
I waited for the elevator 3 hours and 45 minutes.
You can't get a window screen, you can't get a light bulb fixed, you can't get anything done without going through all kinds of hoops to get it done. And then it takes sometimes weeks for it to materialize.
But in a nearly half-hour-long interview, BMHA Executive Director Dawn Sanders-Garrett insisted they do the best they can.
And in some instances, we already have contractors that we've RFP'd to have on site and ready to address those issues and concerns.
Then why does it take so long to get anything done?
That's not my understanding of the process. I mean,
are these people lying to me?
I don't know whether an individual is lying to you or not. What I'm saying is there is an adequate process in place to address resident concerns.
What's reasonable for residents of Marine Drive to expect?
Well, it's not just the residents of Marine Drive, it's the residents of the BMHA. We have 10,000 residents throughout the city of Buffalo in 31 different developments.
But the leader of Buffalo's largest landlord did concede they are challenged in keeping up with them.
Do you have enough staff to adequately take care of the needs of all your buildings and residents right now?
Right now, no. We have 155 employees authority-wide. At one point in time, the authority had over 475 employees,
including its own police force.
Over the years, through funding cuts and things like that, that determines what the ability of the housing authority to provide. A good example of that, and back in 2012, when we received stimulus funds from the federal government, the BMHA received $14 million.
89% of which she claims was spent on capital improvements.
And so that is a great example of how, when we receive adequate resources, what types of services we can provide our residents and what upgrades we can make to the physical plant of our inventory.
According to the BMHA, Marine Drive here is unique among its properties in that it has no dedicated funding stream for capital improvements and repairs. Those are derived from the rents collected here, which are set by the federal government and which the BMHA cannot raise. Now, some have suggested that the BMHA sell this place to someone else if it's having problems keeping it up. Sanders-Garrett says that has actually been discussed, but without any clear consensus from members of the Housing Authority Board. Reporting live at Marine Drive Apartments, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
All right, Dave, thank you very much for those continued reports. Well,